you're welcome to this week's edition of The Magnate. On this week's edition of the program, we have somebody who has traversed both the private and public sector, added value to a lot of businesses.
Hajia Mariam Abubakar hails from Auchi in Edo State, a mother of 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls. She attended Apepe Primary School in Auchi, Edo State, and proceeded to Abaka Grammar School in Delta State. In between her educational career, she got married early and had her kids, then proceeded to the University of Uyo and had her first degree in sociology and anthropology. Graduating with a second-class upper, she went further for her master's degree in ETSUT, Enugu, in business administration in 2009. Her service here paved way for her career in banking with All States Trust Bank, as she was eventually retained as a permanent staff. To boost her working experience, she was known for her pleasure in banking industry and special effects to see her clients smiling and satisfied. Her advice to the banking world is that bankers are to be diligent to customers, which is an integral part of the banking system, which keeps a bank afloat irrespective of your position or department.
Somebody out there is listening to you and want to, oh, this is my role model. What should that person do? What worked for you that you think that person can also try to do to be able to be as successful and be herself anyway, you know, to make it in this oil and gas or any other business at all?
For me, first of all, if you can take it, you can do it.
Interesting.
If you can dream it, you can bring it to reality. Okay? A lot of people, they have what it takes to achieve whatever they want to achieve. But sometimes little setback get them discouraged and they go back. There must be up and down in business. Even in your workplace, there are up and down. Your ability to be able to surmount them and stay in there and say, look, I've come to stay. If I fall 10 times, the 11th time I'm going to stand. That is the key. Then secondly, honesty, sincerity. Because when people want to deal with you, because first of all, I haven't met you before. The first thing that comes to my mind is, I want to deal with a criminal. You only need to prove me wrong to say, no, I'm a sincere person. It's not just by saying it, but by my actions. And so when somebody deals with you, make sure you are sincere, you are honest, and the sky will be your limit.
First impression matters.
First impression matters.
Let's look at your immediate past assignments. Yes, you said it earlier on that you're from Edo State. I'm proud to be one too, Esako to be precise. And you were one of those privileged, let me say that word, when maybe we were privileged in Edo State to go and handle or stay the mantle of leadership on a very, very sensitive ministry, budget and economic planning. Were you surprised when you were announced? You don't have lobbied for it in this era. You know, I mean, how did you add value? What, obviously, all the sectors you have traversed previously must have groomed you enough to have been able to handle that ministry.
Honestly, I don't think I would have functioned well in any other ministry than budget and economic planning.
Interesting.
Honestly, because my training as a banker gave me the platform. Okay, I couldn't have trained as a banker, then you take me to Ministry of Education. I couldn't have trained as a banker, you take me to Works and Housing. I couldn't have trained as a banker, you take me to some other women affairs. You understand? And so I was given the best and perfect.
Round square, round hole.
That is it. Honestly, I enjoy working with my colleagues. I enjoy working with figures because, of course, in the banking industry, we play with. And so in budget and economic planning, you play with figures when you are preparing your budget.
Let's bring in a young entrepreneur. How is the person faring? Are they coping with the job that they're doing? We'll be back to continue our conversation with Hajia Mariam Abubakar.
This is the Magnate that will bring eminent and interesting personality who has strong impact towards economic growth and development in the country. We have a young entrepreneur. He is a Magnate. Let's find out what he's doing.
An entrepreneur. I train people on digital marketing, and I'm a business person. Yeah, I do more business, importation of goods. Mainly, I'm into e-commerce, e-commerce kind of business. Yeah.
So how long have you been into this?
I've been into e-commerce for like 3 years now. 3 years I've been doing e-commerce, sell on Facebook and all social media handlers. Yeah, for 3 years now.
Okay, partially online.
Yes.
Okay.
Online.
So are you a student? Are you done with school, or are you? What's your qualification?
I finished school last year, so I've been running this even while I was in school.
Okay.
Yeah, I finished school. I'm a graduate of Yaba Tech, so and I just wrote my final exam last year. Yeah.
Can you tell us your course, like, what you study?
Mechanical engineering.
Okay. Mechanical engineer. How does mechanical engineering and digital marketing align? Like, okay, can you tell us?
Well, mechanical engineering and digital marketing, they don't really move. It's just my passion, towards business and towards finding solutions to people around me. Because as an entrepreneur, you're a solution provider. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so towards my passion towards that was why I really ventured into the e-commerce business and all.
You said you studied engineering. Okay,
yeah.
Combining engineering and digital marketing, like your challenge you face. Can you explain?
Really, I did not really face much challenges, but my challenge that I really face is data, because this will consume a lot of data and everything. You need the internet connection to always be online, to make sales and interact with your customers. I will advise them to be they should be strong and remain faithful to their business, because starting is not really easy. When you scroll on your social media handlers, Facebook, Instagram, you see big companies posting products. Don't feel discouraged. You understand? Nigeria in whole, we are more than 170 million people. Wow. and we have up to let's say millions. I can't really give the figure. Millions coming online every day. So your customer will surely come to you. So don't feel discouraged when you see Jumia posting, or you see Alibaba or AliExpress posting. You understand? Who is going to buy from you is going to buy. There are so many people. When you run your adverts, you still see people that will still pay interest.
Hello there. This is the Magnate where we bring eminent and interesting personalities who have strong impact towards economic growth and development in the country. We have an interview for a young entrepreneur who is a Magnate already. Let's find out what he's doing.
We are making slippers, we are making sandals, using different kind of material, fabrics, leather, and just trying to make something out of nothing.
Okay, how long have you been into this?
To be a decade by next year.
Wow, a decade, okay. So can you tell us the challenge you faced while coming into this? Like, why did you choose this?
I've been a guy that loves art. Like, I've been a crafts person right from my childhood. So the shoemaking was not really the plan right from start, but it just happened that I got into the business and I kind of had the passion. I developed the passion for it. Computer engineering has been a passion right from my childhood. Okay. So I got into this business to, there's no support from anyone. So if I can do the shoemaking, from the shoemaking, I sent myself to school. So I have my own business. So I have my own workshop. So the shoemaking is just like a fundraising to push the computer engineering out. So it's not like the passion for the computer engineering is dead, but the shoemaking can be the foundation. And with time, you can put technology in shoes.
Budget is something very key. If you don't have a budget, you just be like swimming without any guide in the business.
Yes. Not
to talk of even economic planning. Tell us the importance of budgeting for a business, even for families. What's the importance of budgeting?
We cannot overemphasize the importance of budgeting. Even in the nuclear family, you must budget, because if you don't budget, you end up spending on areas that are not necessary, and you leave areas that are very, very necessary, that are important. Okay? The essence of budgeting is for you to sit back and say, hey, let me take the nuclear family, for example. Husband and wife, they are home, and they have children, and oh, we need to pay school fees, we need to go on holiday, we need to shop for the children, we need to buy bicycle for the children, we need to buy televisions at home, we need to build house, we need to do all of this. Yes, we all have huge wants, okay? But you cannot achieve them without resources. And so the very first thing you should put together is the resources. Where am I going to get money from to achieve this numerous want? Okay? Then you look, the wife will say, oh, I work in ministry. In a year, I should be able to put X, Y amount on the table. The husband will say, okay, I work at a company. I should be able to put X, Y on the table. The husband will further say, oh, I have a business. I need to be able to make X, Y profit
to grow it
for my business in a year. The wife will say, oh, I have a shop. I should be able to make X, Y profit from my shop to put on the table. The aggregation of those resources is what you planned your budget around. When you now look at your resources, you sat back again, you say, okay, these are what is available to me. How do I appropriate these resources to my initiative, to all the projects I want to do? Almost often, your resources will not be enough.
Of course, definitely.
What do you now do? You prioritize.
Prioritize, yes.
Do you understand? You now look at them as order of priority. Which one is most important? You pick that. You allocate part of the resources to it. You pick the next one. You allocate resources to it. You pick the third one. If it's at the third one, the resources get exhausted, then you can keep the other one aside until you have more resources.
KIV.
Exactly. That is why when we put budget together, we make provision for what we'll get for our federal receipts, what we will generate as internal generated revenue, what, of course, donor partners, they assist us. So some are grants, some are loans. But for us in Edo State, we went after the grants more than the loans, because though the loans, the rates are very low, sometimes they are single digit, but we prefer the grants because the grant you don't pay back. So the aggregation of all of this is what we put together to plan our budget for the year. But sometimes more resources comes in. All predicted resources will come in, and that costs us to now do
Supplementary.
Fantastic. We now do our supplementary budget.
Interesting. Delight to chat with you. Now, let me ask you this. How was it difficult or easy to handle that ministry with the peculiarity of Edo State? I mean, beautiful state, but several ethnic groups. Oh, where is my own? Like myself now. Jagbe, we don't have road. We have been clamoring and all that. Where is our road? I'm sure it was never in your budget during your tenure. So how easy was it? Because I will tell you now, you neglected that place.
But I'm very happy to tell you that road construction is going on. It's almost 80% on Ujagbe Road as I speak with you.
Interesting.
So when we plan our budget, we ensure we have 3 senatorial districts. Whatever resources that is available is shared among the 3 senatorial districts. Is further shared among local government. So in Edo State, there was no local government that was left out. And remember, in wants and needs, what is SACO? What might be priority to Isako might not be priority to Oriedo.
Yes,
you understand? Might not be priority to Akoko Edo. So we put all of their priorities together. That is why before we put our budget together, we call what is called consultative forum. We don't just sit down and say, oh, we're going to do this for you. We call consultative forum, called stakeholders.
Good.
All around Edo State. Okay? We come back, we sit down on the round table, and we discuss what do we think we should focus on for this year based on these resources available. So we try to make sure we touch every local government, every senatorial district, every community. So for me, it was easy for me, okay, because when I was at the bank, I handled Southeast. I was the regional head Southeast with so many branches, over 300 and something branches. So when you now give me a ministry, it's like just giving me a little baby, and you say I should nurture. And so it wasn't stressful for me at all.
We must congratulate you. Self-meritorious. You are now aspiring. Having served the state, there's now more aspiration for maybe the federal level. So what's your next plan?
Well,
you still have a lot of knowledge to share for us.
You see, before I joined Edo State government, I was doing business. I was into oil and gas. I have bureau de change. I have a financial house.
Interesting.
Okay, I went into Edo State to serve my people.
Oh, yes.
And I thank the governor.
Value.
Yes, I thank the executive governor for giving me the opportunity to serve my people. And I'm very, very sure I did my best. But I did my best, and I left Edo State clean.
Interesting.
And I'm so proud of that.
They will still fish you out. The economic summits and the economic team, they will fish you out.
Thank
now,
you.
This program is it's more or less like a classroom education. A lot of people have learned a lot from what you have shared today. Maybe somebody out there who wants to be nurtured, who wants to be molded, who wants to be endowed. What's your counsel? Not even just young people. People are struggling in business now. You have just enumerated the number of business interests you are into. What's your counsel for such, particularly in this era? You said it earlier, somebody can fall 10 times and get up. Now find out ways.
It's passion.
Good.
Have passion for what you want to do. Don't do it because Maryam Abubakar is into it. Don't do it because one of your friends is excelling in one business. Ask yourself, what will I do with happiness? What will I do with passion? Because almost often, for you to succeed in business, the number one thing that should be at the back of your mind shouldn't be money. What am I going to get out of it? It has to be passion. Business is service to humanity. It's service to people. How do I give the best services to the society? That is number one. And you are passionate about it. If you are passionate about what you do, you don't struggle through it. You do it with happiness, whether there is money or not at the beginning, you are not bothered because you are doing what you like to do. Okay? But for perfecting it, you now see money comes. Okay? And that is why in Nollywood, some people just go there because they want to be seen in television. Some people go there because they want to make money. Okay? Some people go there because they want to send a message. They want to tell our story. They want to tell people what is happening in the society. Such people go far. Because money is not at the back of their mind. No, it's not the ultimate. That is not the reason why they are there. They're doing it because they are passionate about it. They're doing it because they like acting. Okay? But of course, as they are doing it, they are perfecting it. And other directors see them, this person is so good, and they keep giving you roles, and before you know it, you start making money. Okay? So that is why I said, for me, number one thing is passion for what you want to do, not because another person is excelling in a particular business, then you want to go into it. No.
Thank you. There's something I forgot. I mean, we can't talk with you without talking about your disciplinary aspects. I have just witnessed, just in a few minutes, you are such a thoroughbred, probably because the way you were brought up, and you're impacting same on your children. You're a successful mother of 4 men and women.
Yeah.
How were you able to combine motherhood, marital life, and your career growth? Because we have sayings that most successful women don't have a happy home. Is that correct?
No, that is not correct.
Good.
That is not correct at all. Number one, I was well brought up. I give kudos to my father and my mom, and they were both teachers.
Good.
You know, when you are in those days, when you are, they will let you step out, because then people see teachers as role model, and so they will want their children to be role model to other children too, and so that discipline was what made me who I am today.
Interesting.
Because my father would tell me, look, you have to be successful, you have to be disciplined, and he inculcated all of that in me. My mother was a little bit on the soft side. Oh my God, my father was, fire for fire.
Don't spare the cane.
No. My father never spared the cane at all. And so each time you remember the last beating, you will not want, you maintain, you behave yourself. And so those are some of the, things, yes, that form who I am today. Okay, because at a point, I knew that my father wasn't doing that because he hates me, but because he wanted me to be successful. And he was always telling me, look, you are a daughter of a teacher. And so you must go above me. I want you to go above me. I want all of you to go above me. And so even when I got married, I was always telling my husband, I said, look, I want to go back to school. I want to go back to school. And to God be the glory, I went to school and I came out.
You have added a lot of value.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for this chat. That has been our program for the week. I'm sure you have learned a lot from our magnate, Hajia Mariam Abubakar, who has traversed both the private and public sector and has also counseled us on what we need to do. Passion, passion, passion. That's what worked for her. I'm sure it can also work for you. This is our magnate for next week. The only way you find out is to continue to stay tuned to this program. It's been the Magnate. Join us same time next week for another edition. Bye for now.